folks that want to get on, and so I appreciate you holding on. We will get to you. This portion of Road Dog Live, the Mid-America Trucking Show, is brought to you by the dedication, resilience, and wisdom of truckers everywhere who rely on Chevron Dello. Chevron Dello. Let's go further. And sitting down with me now is Julie Dillon. She is the Communication and Wellness Manager of the St. Christopher Fund. Julie, welcome back.
Hey, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and joining her is James Houston, a.k.a. Dog Man.
Hey, KC, how you doing?
Dude, you look so skinny.
Oh, I feel great. I'll tell you what, it's a life-changing experience. You know, when you take care of your health and all, it will let you know that you did something good.
Yeah. Well, I got some candy cigarettes if you want some.
I gave it up.
You sure?
I'm trying to.
Everybody does it, man.
I'm trying to cut down on the peer pressure there, KC.
Dog Man is the winner of a contest you guys had going on this year. So, Julie, talk a little bit about what he is winning this year.
Okay. Well, we have our second annual Driven to Be Healthy Challenge this year, and James is the winner of our health challenge as far as losing the greatest percentage of weight loss. So he has chosen to get the Brinny Transportation Minnesota fishing trip.
Nice.
So he's going to be presented with that tomorrow from Joyce. So we're really excited about that. And it's going to, he's just worked hard, and we've just tried to help him stay accountable and offer encouragement and tips and suggestions on how to get healthy and stay healthy, because that's key.
Yeah. Well, he called in and told us early on that he had 4 rolls of quarters in his pocket when he did the weigh-in originally. Did he not tell you about that?
No, he didn't tell me about that.
4 rolls of quarters. I mean, it's not going to mean that much weight.
Sounds like a conspiracy going on here, KC.
Well, man, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that you really worked hard and you got it done. Talk about your journey with it. How'd you do it?
Well, this is not my first journey. The first journey, I lost 225 pounds from being 425 pounds.
Ooh, man.
That was quite a life-changing experience, and I did good. I kept it all off and did good for 6 years, just knowing what to eat and do the right things. But eventually I developed diabetes right on the borderline, and I always denied sleep apnea was a problem. I said, that's just a bunch of hype and stuff, And I started noticing a lot of fatigue and all, and I asked my doctor about it, and so he gave me a sleep study, and I figured, they found out that I had sleep apnea.
Right.
And also, too, I got a thyroid problem. So with all that and being on the right medications and everything, it's all about seeing your doctor, keeping all your medical in check, and then eating a good, healthy diet, and it's worked out good for me. Plus, you have to get out there and do a little physical exercise, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's not all easy street.
That's right. Now, what was the length of the competition? Were you signing folks up at the Great American Truck Show? Is that when it started?
It was. We kicked off at GATS, and then we had monthly winners, and we also had 2 grand prize winners. And so each month, people could win a new prize and different things. Have some new motivations going on there. And James won one of those as well. And so it lasted 6 months. So we just finished up at the end of February. And we do have another person, James Peters, who won the most minutes exercised through the month. But he is not able to be here at Matt's.
Well, you guys should do
And he is taking the trip to Vegas.
Okay, so there's a trip to Vegas.
There is, yes. Rolling Strong is providing a trip to Las Vegas, and so James Peters is taking that. So we have the 2 James.
Yeah. What they say is usually that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but really the way you guys are working it, you don't take everything with you to Vegas because you leave all the weight back here, then you get to Vegas.
That's right.
A new you, I guess.
Right.
Well, now, did you jump into the competition? I thought I remember you saying that you were going to try to get in and do some good on that.
I worked hard on the active minutes.
Oh, you did?
So
okay.
I did.
How'd that work out?
It worked out well. My goal was 150 minutes each week.
Okay.
So that's 30 minutes, 5 days a week. That's
pretty
very
good.
doable.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That was my goal, and I achieved that most of the time.
Well, good deal.
Almost all the time. But
Gotcha.
There's always a little something here and now that happens.
That's
so
right. James Houston has won, and so you are going to be going and taking a fishing trip. So are you an avid fisherman?
Well, not really. I got the option to trade the trip for an alternative vacation, and I have a wife and two special need kids. And we're going to trade the trip for a week in the mountains in North Georgia.
I gotcha.
A cottage in the mountains up there with my wife and kids. But I live in North Florida, and that's quite a long ways to go from Minnesota. But it's all good. We're still getting the same exchange.
Sure.
It's just more fitting to my family and my needs.
Yep.
I'm all about family.
Yeah.
That's really why I'm doing this, KC. It's not really all so much about me, but I got a wife and we got our 2 grandchildren. We adopted, special need kids, her daughter's children.
Good for you.
And they're both special needs, and that's going to be forever. They're never going to be on their own. They're never going to be able to fend for themselves.
Right.
So they need somebody that's going to be around a long time to be there for them, even when they're growed up some. So
that's right.
I'm doing everything I can to be there.
Well, man, I commend you for doing it too, brother. And it's so important when you take that commitment and you don't make it about yourself anymore. You're now thinking outside of yourself, and that's a blessing. It really is that you can make these big life changes that you're making, and take it one day and say, you know what, I want to be here to support my kids for the long haul. So I'm happy to hear your story. I
got really emotional because after I lost my weight the first time, it's like I seen a guy walk across the parking lot of the truck stop, and I remember that was me. Because when you're extremely overweight, you can't walk straight. You have to kind of like do the waddle.
Yeah.
Shuffle.
Yeah. And,
the 400 shuffle.
And you know what the game changer for me was I was doing flatbed, and I was on top of the flatbed, and all I had to do was step down onto the tractor to get down off the tractor.
Right.
And I said, I can't do it. I'm scared I'll fall.
Yeah.
And right then, that was the awakening.
Yep, and then St. Christopher Fund is there to give you a program. Well, that was the first time you're losing weight, and this was on the heels of that. How long before you lost the 200 pounds till you got involved with the St. Christopher Fund?
Well, actually, the first time St. Christopher hadn't been invented yet.
Okay.
I've been talking with Dr. John, and Dr. John was in the process of working to get the St. Christopher Fund set up, and it was in its infant stage then, But now with the St. Christopher Fund, this has been since about the middle of last year that I got really involved with it.
Back last August.
Yeah. Because, it's all about helping my fellow man, too.
Sure.
I'm helping my family. But the truck drivers out there, they're my family, too. And, if I've learned something that can help them, if they're willing to try, hey, I'm willing to share it,
There you go. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So, Julie, I know that St. Christopher Fund has been all just running really hard. I mean, I know that you guys got some great news in August at the Great American Truck Show, and you guys have really been doing a lot of good work. Talk a little bit about the next things you guys have planned.
Well, we are still in the midst of having our flu shot and vaccine program that we have going on, where people can get, of course, the flu shot season is just about over, but they still can get shingles and pneumonia vaccines, and you just print them off our website, take them in, and that has really made a difference in some drivers' lives, because if you have shingles, you're out for a while.
I heard it's
you
painful.
Don't work for, it's very painful, and you don't work.
You ever had it?
During that. It's pretty miserable. And so that's one
Don't
of the
even
things.
say it, No,
don't even say
I
it.
thought when you said that they can download from the internet, I thought you meant they could get their medicine downloaded.
Oh, no,
I think that's the
no.
next thing that we got coming. I mean, right?
Well, we'll see. As far as another health initiative, we haven't decided exactly how we want that to look at this point. There are lots of different new health challenges that are coming on out there, and so we're looking at some different options that we can do, put some twists on those, do a little something different. Maybe that we're looking at taking just a few drivers and working one-on-one with them every day that need
awesome.
some extra help, that maybe a health challenge isn't enough for them. They need some accountability every day.
Right.
And that we can get them with the right people and be able to walk, just hold their hand and walk hand in hand with them to get them to better health.
You know, and I know there's a lot of people that are probably walking the fence every day where it could just be one little thing that puts them on the path of not being able to work. And it seems as if they know that they have somebody that they can call that will be support to them and give them the extra assistance they need. And it could just be having somebody to talk to.
Exactly.
Just to give them some pointers or just be there to listen sometimes even. And it's really important.
That's where we want to, send a little more attention, is trying to have some health initiatives that will prevent some of these catastrophic illnesses that we're seeing. Every day when we answer the phone, we're hearing from someone who says, "Can you please help me? I don't know where to turn, and I've had a heart attack, or I've had a stroke." And, those are life-altering, life-changing illnesses. That's not, I have the flu. Not that that's not important, because it can be, but you have a stroke, you're out for a year normally, and then you're thinking, well, what are we doing? What do we do from there? We have recently, we just this morning are starting to partner with Passport and being able to be on with them and partner with them to do the thing where they have the apprenticeships, and so that we can go in, and if we have someone that calls us, they may be not able to drive a truck anymore, but they're still able to work, but they want to stay in the transportation industry. And so we can get them in the right direction to where they can earn as they learn and stay in the industry. So that's something that we're looking at partnering with as well. At this point, we have helped over 1,800 drivers and given out over 1.6 million.
Oh my gosh.
So
you got any extra with you?
No. That's what we're here for. We're here for drivers and to get some extra.
I know it. Well, I commend you guys on what it is that you do. And I have had people reach out to me on Facebook giving me their story saying, hey, this is where I am. Well, what can I do? And it's always very, it gives me a very good feeling to say, go to truckersfund.org. And they can at least provide you a direction to look. It may not be that they can help you, but they can at least, give you a helping hand to listen and to talk. So keep up the good work. It's wonderful.
We really appreciate you giving us the opportunity to come on and get the word out. Because if people don't know about us, we can't help them.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people do know about you, for sure. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot, James. Okay, if there's anybody hearing our voice right now that might be on the edge and not knowing what it is that they need to do to start losing weight, what would you tell them is the best way to just start?
The best thing is, like I put on our group post here recently, is you can't be afraid of the doctor. That's the biggest thing right now that's killing the truck driving industry drivers right now, is their fear of going to the doctor is the fear of going and getting a DOT physical. Going to a doctor is not getting a DOT physical. When you go to a personal doctor and you just tell them who you are, it's not about your CDL. It's about you and your health. You say, I want a wellness check. I want to get and see if, check my blood work, check my blood pressure, check my,
Sure.
Because that's where it all starts, is prevention, And I tell people that, well, I'll lose my CDL. No, you won't. The only thing you'll lose a CDL for is something that's a disqualifying problem that comes along later on, and that's whenever your DOT expires.
Right.
It ain't going to stop you right then. I mean, that's what drivers have got to get through their head.
Now, do they have you back on a 2-year medical card?
No. I got my A1C down below 5.7. It's a 5.6, which is considered normal. But my doctor, I said, I'm not a diabetic no more, Doc. He said, oh, yeah, you are. You're diabetic under control.
There you go. Yeah.
And the sleep apnea, I didn't do another sleep study, but I probably shouldn't have, but I did a little 1-month study without my CPAP, and I was ready for it to get back hooked, to go back.
I'm trying to get used to one right now. That's another story for. It's another story for another day. I'll tell you all about it. Yeah. But anyway, working with Dr. John's Medical Solutions. So anyway, I'm getting the word. I got to take a break, but it's great to see you guys. Julie Dillon is with St. Christopher Fun, and Dog Man, the winner Go get yourself a nice trip and have some fun, man, and enjoy, celebrate the accomplishment that you just made.
I tell you, if they go to the Facebook and join the group, or just look me up. I'm on. I'm no private individual. There, I'm pretty much all over Facebook and everything. Anybody wants to be my friend or wants to get some information, I'm all for it.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm
and you
there
sure you
for.
don't want a candy cigarette before you go?
I think I
Come
better
on.
not.
All right.
Maybe by Saturday, not today.
James Houston and Julie Dillon, St. Christopher Fund. We got to take the break. I'm KC Phillips coming to you from the Pana Pacific booth. We'll be back on Sirius XM.